Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Joe Figueroa with another video in our series Anatomy of a Dance, where I break down social dancing count for count, pointing out everything the dancers do. In this week's video, I'm doing a breakdown of the Million Moves man, Super Mario and Laetycia, along with the incredibly talented Laetycia Vamuka. Guys, you watch this man dance and it's obvious how he got that nickname. You gotta see him in action. Ladies, you need to be watching how this woman follows. But more so, you all gotta share this with your friends. So let's get this underway, but before we do, please do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. And with that, we're starting right now. There's a lot to cover in a single dance with Super Mario, but I'm only breaking down 1 minute's worth. What I really want to point out is Laeticia's skill, with some breakdown of Mario's moves for good measure. Starting here, ladies, notice how Laetycia focuses on the line in front of her rather than her partner. Of course they look at each other, plenty of eye contact, but just a glance. Then it's back to the line. This is an example of going by touch. So often followers will look over their shoulder during turns or stop spinning, turning, or moving the moment their partner comes into view. But the lead is not the focus. Like I say in class, the guy is just apparatus. Followers should look and dance down the line provided. Even with Mario's quick direction changes and complicated combinations, she follows everything so well because she focuses on what's in front of her. She dances by touch. There's no need for you to look for what is already in your hand. Guys, look at Mario's technique here. He's a tall guy, but he keeps most movements as close to her as possible. He doesn't pull her arms up high. Even during his turn here, he quickly clears his head to make it the least amount of work for her. Then right away brings the lead down to her head level, always putting her arms in L shape, so she is ready for any spins, turns, or walks. Now this next thing is not only an incredibly original movement, but he displays a technique that I learned from him and teach in my classes to this day, something I refer to as conditioning. I've spoken about it in other videos, where the lead gives the follow something they are familiar with, then makes a slight change to make it into something else. Check this out. What we have here is an otherwise standard inside turn or cross-body turn to check, repeated twice. But what Mario has done here is flick forward. I've never seen that before. Usually a flick is done where the hand is tossed downward and back to swing in a circular motion from bottom to top, and from the back to the front. But what does he do? He brings her to the check and then tosses the right hand forward and down on her so that it wraps at her waistline, then quickly reaches to the left side and picks it up below, giving him the opportunity to repeat the motion. He has her braced on the left shoulder, so her turn won't go any further than there. He does the exact same technique twice, and then changes it the third time. He conditioned her to repeat her steps, and in doing so, was able to surprise her with a double spin to the right. Look at her face. Look at how at first she was doing what she has done many times before. Then on the second one, she smiles. That's because she's surprised that he tossed her arm forward and was able to repeat the movement. Then, before she can even guess as to what's next, he places his hand right in front of her face. Even from behind, you can tell she was surprised. Then, when she realizes he's asking for her hand high, her smile becomes a laugh. That is genius. It wouldn't even matter which hand she presented to him. He still would have gotten the spin he ended with. That is why they call him the Million Moves Man. Ladies, look at it again from her point of view. Granted, his lead is impeccable. He has points of contact on her at all times, both left and right sides of her body, but she still keeps her eyes forward. She doesn't turn to see what he wants. Okay, last thing. Check out this double check. Leads her into an inside turn to check from right hand to right hand. Switches it to his left when he has her checked. Then leads one full spin to her right, putting her in the same position but from a clockwise spin. Stops her at the shoulder with his right hand to start a single spin counterclockwise. No one does that, people. Not that clean, they don't. And there you have it. Roughly 1 minute of a dance with years worth of skill and technique packed in. In the times that I have taken his workshops or sat down and talked with him, Mario has taught me more about salsa and how to teach than anyone else. I may be considered a great lead, but he is an inventor, always taking this dance to new heights. I've not had the pleasure of meeting Laetycia, but if I ever make it out to Geneva or spot her at a congress, you best believe I'm going to get mine. That's going to do it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell if you haven't already. See you in the next one, and remember, keep dancing.